Good morning, students. Today's topic is paragraph writing. So, what is paragraph writing? What are the important things which we need to remember while writing a paragraph is very, very important. So, slowly we'll move on. What is a paragraph? Distant section of a piece of writing, usually dealing with a single theme. So first of all, talking about this or discussing about this definition, you all should know paragraph means one. So when you've been asked to write a paragraph, it means only one paragraph. That's all. So if it is like combination of 3 or 4 paragraphs is again called an essay. So we are not talking about essay here. Paragraph means one. Okay. So it is distant section of a piece of writing, usually dealing with a single theme. So in one particular paragraph or paragraph we call it, we talk only about a single theme, that is one single idea. Now distant section. Now whatever we write or whatever we talk about the topic in that paragraph should be very clear. It's a clear piece of writing dealing with a single idea. You should not club more than one idea when you're really talking about a paragraph. Now, I've given, 2 examples here. Quickly, I will read them. God has blessed me with a lovely brother. He's 4 years younger than me. I love him very much. His name is Aditya. I call him Adi. He is very naughty and very much attached to me. He was born very thin, just like cotton, soft cotton. Another paragraph. God has blessed me with a lovely brother. I love my mother. I have so many toys. Cow is a domestic animal. Rose is a beautiful flower. I have a puppy. My uncle is in Dubai. See, these both are again because I told you something which is, in a particular para is a paragraph I told you. But both are very clear. But when I really talk about a paragraph dealing with single idea or a single theme, which one is correct? Good. The first paragraph, which is only talking about brother, my brother. I really discussed about his name, his attitude, how he looks, how he is, how his mentality is, and all that. Coming to the second paragraph, you have different ideas. So this is a wrong example when you really talk about a paragraph. So what is the basic structure of a paragraph? So in that single, whatever I say, paragraph, what are the main parts? The very first one is a topic sentence. The second one is supporting sentences. And the last one is a concluding or a closing sentence where you call adding details. Now, basically what I say in any particular paragraph, there should be a beginning, there should be a middle, and there should be a ending. So this is what exactly, even when we talk also students, we start off with good morning or good evening, then we share information. That is nothing but exchanging of information. And then we say bye, see you, take care, depending upon formal or informal, persons we meet. So for everything, we have a beginning, middle, and an end. The same way for any particular paragraph, there should be a beginning. So usually, because we are the beginners, you people are the beginners. So usually the topic sentence will be the very first sentence. Okay. So there should be a topic sentence in your paragraph. The middle part, what I'm stressing, is all about the supporting sentences to that particular topic sentence. And the closing, the last lines of a paragraph is nothing but how do you end? How do you conclude? Supporting and the main particular topic of the paragraph. So closing is again very, very difficult and very, very important. Some people have starting problems, some people have closing problems. So all the three are very, very important. Slowly moving ahead. We'll go step by step talking about each basic structure. Excuse me. A topic sentence. Now, I told you the topic sentence usually will be the first sentence for the beginners. So, the first sentence about any any particular paragraph, when you start discussing, the first sentence is nothing but the topic sentence. So what exactly is the paragraph all about will be given in the very first sentence. It's the clue. It also introduces the main idea. So what exactly the author is going to, convey in that particular paragraph, you'll get small hints from that particular topic sentence. It substantiates the theme or idea. So it briefly gives you what is the topic all about. What is the paragraph all about? Okay. Unifies the content and directs many things. So these are all about the topic sentence. Okay. So it unifies the content. It also directs the order of sentences, the flow of that particular topic. So these 5 points are very, very important in the very beginning part of the paragraph. So what is that part called? The topic sentence, where it substantiates the themes. Okay. It also introduces the main idea. It directs you to the supporting sentences. Now, how exactly I should move from here? It gives you the clues. See, an example is given here. Of all the domestic animals, the cow is the most useful. From her milk, we get curd, butter, ghee, and many other things. Cow dung is a good manure. Shoes, bags, belts are made of its skin. The cow is very useful to us, so we should take care of her. So the very first sentence here is all about the cow being a domestic animal and how useful it is. So the next statements are giving the supporting information to the topic sentence. Okay. So once again, it introduces the main idea. It substantiates the main idea. It also gives you the clue how to, extend the topic sentence in the supporting sentences. Moving ahead, supporting sentences, the second structure. Now, what exactly will happen in the supporting sentences? Follow the topic sentence. As I told you, taking the clue from the topic sentence, the next sentences will tell you what is the topic all about. If I say it is a useful animal, I give you the examples, how useful it is. So that will help you when you're writing your supporting statements. Making up the body of the paragraph. As I told you in the very beginning, the center part or the middle part is called the body of the paragraph. That is nothing but where you cover the important statements supporting your topic sentence. Whether you're agreeing with it, you're disagreeing with it, it gives you the facts, the details, and the examples when you start illustrating it. So all the examples, all the facts, statistical data, everything you'll be doing in the middle part of the paragraph. So those lines are called the supporting sentences. Students, I'm not reading this. I've just highlighted. Now this part, the first sentence which is in white, it is all about the topic sentence. You can just quickly move your eyes. Whereas the yellow part is all about, how exactly I really extend the supporting statements from the topic sentence. Just quickly move your eyes so you'll have an idea what are the supporting sentences. Okay, slowly we'll move to the last part, concluding sentence. The concluding sentence is again very, very important, I told you. The last sentence in a paragraph. Concluding sentences are very, very important because it restates the main idea. So what exactly you have conveyed in the topic sentence, you should be able to very clearly convey that in the conclusion. So once again, you're piling up the entire idea of that particular paragraph in your conclusion. So the way you start, the way you exchange, and the way you put an end. All these 3 parts play an important role. Now here also I made it very clear with the example. The first white part talks about the topic sentence. The next part, the middle part is the huge where you talk about the supporting information, illustrations, your comparison, contrast, The other information will be in the supporting sentence, that is nothing but the middle part of the paragraph. And the last few lines are nothing but restating the main idea. So once again, what I would like to, conclude about the paragraph, I need to very clearly convey. Organizing principles of a paragraph. See, organizing a paragraph is also very, very important. Not only the beginning, middle, and an end, but there are 4 essential features. How do you organize a paragraph? As I told you, unity should be maintained. So it should only deal with single theme, single idea in the entire paragraph. As I shared with you in the beginning, the 2 examples. Okay. Next, essential feature is nothing but coherence. Relation between sentences. How do you need to link up the first sentence and second sentence? There should be linking between the sentences. You have to use cohesive devices. We'll be discussing that in the second part of paragraph writing. But here, for this particular, PPT, just remember that coherence is nothing but linking up sentences. So there should be a logical connection between each and every sentence when you end and when you begin with a new sentence. Okay. Orderly arrangement of ideas, logical development, firstly, secondly, lastly, therefore. So which will help you how chronologically you're developing your paragraph. The last is nothing but completeness. Don't leave something, abruptly. You have to close it very carefully. So what you would like to talk about? How did you convince that particular idea, and how exactly you're closing that idea is very, very important in a paragraph. Okay. So hereby, these are the main points about the paragraph writing. In the second PPT, we'll go much deep talking about how to write a paragraph. Thank you.